Stuart Lightstone turned to face Headmaster Drogan Blackwood and made sure his voice could be heard by the entire crowd. "Enough of this, Headmaster. I won't sit here and watch an innocent student receive an unjust punishment. I will testify to Nathan Hayfield's words. I was here, and I saw everything that happened as he described." For a fleeting moment, Headmaster Blackwood scowled before plastering on a fake smile. He nodded slowly at the High Lord's son while, inside, he cursed the situation. What terrible luck! I wouldn't dare go up against the power of the Lightstones, but if I accept his testimony, then Cedric's plan has failed, and the ravens do not take kindly to the servants who fail them. As for Cedric himself, all he could do was stand there, dumbstruck. Never in 1,000 years would he have imagined another High Lord's son to so publicly cross him, even if he came from a more powerful family. In truth, Stuart's words felt like a slap in the face. Cedric could barely focus on what was happening, and instead fantasized about leaving this place and curling up underneath his silk sheets in the Raven family fortress. After today, word of Cedric's shameful lies would surely spread like wildfire across all of Godricshall. Cedric wanted to wring his hands. Imagine Father's disappointment after everything he's taught me. If Nathan goes free and this ploy fails, all I've done is bring dishonor to House Raven. Headmaster Drogan Blackwood gripped Stuart Lightstone's shoulder as he desperately pleaded for a way out of this situation. "Master Lightstone, please, perhaps, could it be that you remember incorrectly? The mind and memory do love to play tricks on us. I mean, who's to say what you really did or didn't see?" Golden Axe also approached Stuart and crouched down to meet him at face level. "Please, Stuart Lightstone, consider this matter with the utmost care. After all, it's my nephew's life we're talking about. You must remember clearly." Stuart Lightstone simply smiled past them at Nathan. Stuart shrugged off Drogan Blackwood's hands and walked around Golden Axe to once again address the Godricshall guardsmen. "Did I stutter just now? Have any of you known me to tell lies or half-truths?" Headmaster Drogan's face grew paler. "Of course not, Master Lightstone. No one is questioning your honor, but—" "Then I swear on my lineage, on my word as a Lightstone, that what Nathan Hayfield said is the truth. Should I be lying, may the heavens strike me down or strip me of my family name." The crowd gasped. To swear on one's family name was more than just words in this land. It was a binding contract with the heavens, one not to be taken lightly. A nobleman's surname was everything. A family such as the Lightstones had been around for centuries, and with it came status, power, and a lifetime of security. It was nearly unthinkable for anyone to risk such a name without absolute certainty. Even Nathan was taken aback by this. Moments earlier, he was prepared to die fighting off the guardsmen in order to protect Baelor, but now he breathed deeper as he saw the guardsmen lower their weapons and stand at ease. Golden Axe, Headmaster Blackwood, and Michael Clay all stood there with their mouths open, shocked that the situation had devolved as it had. They watched in awe as the guardsmen quickly drew up into a file and marched off the school grounds. With fear in his eyes, Blackwood turned helplessly to Golden Axe. "My Lord Golden Axe, what would you have me do?" "I'd have you go die in a hole somewhere out of my sight." With a sullen expression, Golden Axe signaled for his followers to take Jason's body with them as he corralled Michael away from Nathan before things could escalate any further. Michael fumed, desperately trying to find a way around his uncle to the boy who had killed his brother. "You lucked out this time, Nathan Hayfield. Enjoy it while it lasts, you coward, 'cause we'll be coming for you soon. Let's see how long House Hayfield can survive." Nathan puffed up his chest and widened his lips into a cocky smile. "I'll be looking forward to it, and I might say the same thing about House Clay." Once again, Nathan's bold comments had given the onlookers something to talk about. How could Nathan say that to the Clays? House Hayfield is nothing compared to them, let alone House Raven. Has the Hayfield boy gone crazy? Nathan better start getting his affairs in order. He's courting death with every word. Hearing the students' gossip and snickering in the crowd, Headmaster Blackwood unleashed his rage on them. "What's everybody looking at? Back inside to your studies at once. Classes should resume immediately, or there will be hell to pay." Cedric led the way back inside as he stormed off in shame without another word. All the other students began to trickle behind him in pairs of 2 or 3, still discussing the duel. Even Stuart bid Nathan farewell with a raised hand and a smile. Nathan nodded at him as he turned his attention back to the bumbling headmaster who stood before Baelor and him. Baelor couldn't help but chuckle with relief as he came out from behind Nathan. "You saw the guards and heard the High Lord's son, Blackwood. Let us be on our way." As Baelor stepped towards the academy walls, Drogan Blackwood blocked their path. "Not so fast, you two. The guards may be unconvinced of your guilt, but I know the monsters you really are. Besides, you damaged the school grounds with your little duel here, so even if the Duke's men can't punish you, that doesn't mean I won't." "You want to punish me?" Nathan interrupted his headmaster and leaned close into the sweaty man's face. "Please, you only pretend to have any real power. In truth, you're nothing more than a puppet dancing around on the strings of your masters." "Silence that tongue of yours, boy. I still have the power to expel you." Nathan leaned in even closer into Drogan's face. Before Blackwood could react, Nathan grabbed the headmaster's pendant that he always wore around his neck and tore it off of him. Snap! "Expel me? What makes you think I'd wish to stay at this school for a second longer than I have to? I came back for one reason, and one reason only, to put Jason in the ground. Now that that's done, I'm leaving for good." As Nathan finished, he turned the headmaster's pendant into dust with a single flex of his fist. Crunch! Nathan let the wind carry the remnants of the pendant away as Blackwood tensed up, furious. "You've got balls, kid. I'll give you that. But I'd like to see just exactly how you intend to pass the spiritual fighting examination in 3 years. Without this school, you don't stand a chance." Headmaster Blackwood's face grew red from all the screaming he was doing. Anyone watching would have found it comical that this grown man felt threatened by a short little 12-year-old. Nathan calmly shook his head, enjoying the man's rage. "Headmaster Blackwood, since when were you the person in charge of the spiritual fighting exam? If I were you, I'd be more concerned with sucking up to your noble patrons than whether or not I pass my examination." You insolent child, you!" Nathan simply turned to Baelor, who was still looking off toward the academy walls. "Come on, Baelor. Let's go pack our luggage and get out of here before poor Headmaster Blackwood has a stroke." With that, Nathan and Baelor casually walked past their grumbling former headmaster. The news of Jason Clay's death and the following standoff with the guards spread across Godricshall like nothing else. Folk spoke on the matter in taverns, alleys, shops, and brothels. Each gave his own take on what must have happened, and each had his own theory as to how the son of a falling noble house was able to defeat the son of the High Lord Raven. "Have you heard the news? Jason Clay was killed in a duel with Nathan Hayfield on the grounds of the Academy of the Mystic Blades." "Have I heard the news? Of course I have. Did you know that Nathan finished him off without a scratch on him?" "Ah, baloney. Somebody from the crowd must have helped him. There's no way a Hayfield could level up that quickly."
No, no, no. My niece was there at the time. Let me tell you, that Hayfield boy is a dark horse. He snuffed out Jason like it was a warm-up exercise. Just wait and see. That boy is someone to watch.
The entire fiefdom of Godric's Land was abuzz with the news. One could only imagine how far it would carry from there. The kingdom of Calandria, as the realm was known, was a land full of heroic stories and legends. The myths of great warriors and their deeds were what got the people's blood boiling. It was courage and skill in battle that these people valued above all else. The underdog story of Nathan versus the Clays was another tale to add to the bard's songbook. Meanwhile, at the Clay Manor, Lord Byram Clay prayed over the battered remains of his son in the family's private quarters. He had rushed to his youngest son's body as soon as he had heard the news and had refused to leave his side for days, refusing to eat as he contemplated his next move in the darkened room. Knock, knock. "Leave me. I said I shall not be disturbed."
Lord Byram, it is Claudius Raven. My brother, the High Lord Raven, sends his condolences. Our entire family is sorry for what happened. May I enter?
Very well. The door creaked open as Claudius Raven, a cautious man in a dark purple armor, entered the room. "Shut the door behind you, please."
"It's much too dark in here, Lord Byram. I suggest you pull back the blinds."
"I can't leave him, Claudius, but I can't look at him either." Claudius Raven nodded solemnly as he shut the door behind him and stood within the darkness, addressing Byram's silhouette.
"Stewing here will do you no good. Truly, there is only one way to rest your son's soul, and that is through vengeance. House Hayfield must pay for what they've done to you."
Claudius, of course, didn't really care one way or the other about the Clays. They were just one of several lower noble houses under the power of the Ravens. Claudius had indeed been sent there by his oldest brother, but for one reason and one reason only, to stoke the flames of hatred against the Hayfields. If the Clays destroyed the Hayfields out of fury, then the Ravens wouldn't have to risk the displeasure of Duke Godrickson or House Lightstone, and could instead pin it all on the Clays, reaping the benefits without getting their hands dirty, just how the High Lord Raven liked it.
"I just don't understand it. How could such a weakling murder my son in this brutal way? A few months back, Jason was multiple beginner levels above this Hayfield brat, and now, by all accounts, Nathan Hayfield took his life in the blink of an eye. It doesn't make any sense, and no matter how hard I pray, the heavens won't give me an answer."
"Then why not show the heavens you can find your own answer? Listen, House Raven will back you in every way that you need. Our support of your family shall never waver in this fight."
"Of course, and I thank you and your brother for that. I do not blame this on you whatsoever. The Hayfields have outstayed their welcome as a noble family for far too long, and I swear on my family name, I shall be the end of them."
"Good, good. But respectfully, there is a specific manner in which the High Lord Raven wishes to resolve this matter, one that allows us all to keep our honor intact and still allows you your revenge."
"Name it, my dear friend."
"You will not like it, but we must wait until the nobility exam in 3 years.
3 years? I can't stand the thought of that little devil breathing for another 3 days.
Patience, good Lord Byram. Revenge is best when served up cold. Besides, the Lightstone boy's involvement is a complication, and if you charge in as you so desire, it might lead to outright conflict with the Lightstones." Lord Byram gulped at the mention of the Lightstone family and tried to recompose himself.
"Very well, then. In that case, I shall do as you ask."
Claudius's lips pursed together in a sinister smile. "And you shall be rewarded for it. I promise you this. In 3 years' time, the Hayfield name will be stricken from the history books for good."